interested to see what she does in the live performance though, because it sounds like a very trained voice. We've got Kia ora and welcome. My name is ZoeStibi and I am your vocal coach for today. In today's video, we're looking at, I'm so sorry, Klavdia, Asteromáta. I'm very sorry if that's incorrect. I'm not Greek, but I do my best. Let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique. It's just amazing. My dog would not sit there quietly like that. My dog would be like all up in my face.
Σου φορούνε το ξέθωρο το σώμα μου, φλόγες δεν τον νικούνε.
Oh, looking at that little so obviously I don't speak Greek, so let me just quickly bring up her lyrics. Oh, that's really lovely. So you can really hear, she's saying, my sweet mum, don't cry, my star, my sweet mum, don't you cry. That's so lovely because you can actually even hear that. Yeah, again, I'm not making fun of it. I've never heard this song before. Yeah, so we've got that cry, which is that thyroid tilt going on there. We've got a thicker vocal fold sound on the A flat 4, which is bang smack in the passaggio range, usually of most female voices. So this is really, there's a little bit sitting higher in the range. Everybody's vocal ranges are different. So we got, and we've got to decide it, like a little bit of twang going on there as well. Let's just watch that again.
Φλόγες δεν τον νικούνε, τα χελιδόνια της φωτιάς, θάλασσες κι απερνούνε, του ρίζου μου τα χώματα, ποτέ δεν λησμονούνε, αστερώματα μου μικρή, γύρε να σε.
So we've got this again. Please. I'm not Greek and I don't have any idea what she's singing. So we've got this lovely thicker vocal fold sound. Now we're not going which would be if we were to do more of like a calling out, or even without the thyroid tilt that we need. So the thyroid is actually where the vocal folds sit in. So when the larynx is tipping forward, it allows this the main difference between speaking and singing. So for example, if you were to go and you struggle to get higher up in the range, we need to think about that complaint that Klavdia is doing really, really beautifully in here in order to go higher up in the range. Just creates a lovely lengthening on those vocal folds.
Αστερώματα μου μικρή, γύρε μου να σε πιάσω, τα ξεχασμένα μου φτερά, στενά να ξαποστάσω.
So again, look, we can tell that this isn't 100% live. There's lots of cuts going on here, but you can hear the sort of that liveness to the sound. We're using the same microphone, actually, snap. But the one thing about this microphone is that it does really need a loud singer to sing into it. And it does kind of, it does dampen a lot of the sound that's coming out from the room. So that's kind of, I suppose, why it's not a great live microphone unless you're like really being loud into it. But she's very, very close. And you've got to create like a good amount of sound to actually have this be any good as a recording microphone. So she seems pretty chilled out there in the corner of her room. But this sounds like a very trained voice. We've got lots of stability, lots of security. We're making great vocal changes in this part of the range, which would usually be challenging for anyone who wasn't as well trained as her. So I'd be interested to know what her vocal journey has been. If you know anything, then let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.
Asteromáta μου μικρή, γύρε μου να σε πιάσω. Τα ξεχασμένα μου φτερά, στενά να ξαποστάσω.
Okay, kind of annoys me that it isn't more live. I really feel like you can see so much more of the singers' voices when it is live, but I do appreciate that this is also about gathering more votes from around the world. So we've got, I think I just made that up, but she has opened her mouth a little bit into more of a trumpet shape, helps us to access those higher notes. And she goes, oh, she's modified the vowel there. Again, I do not speak Greek, right? But she's modified the opened up into oh. If she was to close the mouth, it would be a little bit more difficult, but obviously she's a well-trained singer, so this is going to, this is not particularly difficult for her. Look, I'm not poo-pooing her performance, but this doesn't go very high. So we're just going A flat, B, A, and we go ho. And in order to darken that sound, we've just got a little bit of a drop of the larynx there, which helps us to, again, it's the sob, because, she's singing this whole thing. I'm not really sure where she is. She's either singing My Star, My Star, My Treasure, or she's singing something about forgotten wings. So this is a sort of like sadness to the song and that kind of like that longingness. And so that's really important when we're thinking about our singing. What is our emotional intention with the song? And that's going to help to color our singing.
Ψάχνει για το γυρισμό, αγέρα το πανί μου, αστερώματα μου μικρή, γύρε μου να.
So did we see there then when she went down to the second verse, she took the volume right down and actually got a lightening of the sound, which is usually due to the larynx height and bringing the tongue forward. Da, 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 da. And she's gone probably a little bit lighter on the vocal fold contact to again just lighten up that sound so that we've got this bigger difference between the chorus and that second verse. Interested to see what she does in the live performance though, because she is pulling the tongue back quite I mean, look, a trained singer can do that because pulling the tongue back doesn't necessarily need to change the position of the larynx, but it does make it a lot harder. And so this is what a lot of people do. She's there on the C#5. So, I mean, that is right at the top of what most people would consider to be their chest voice range. So that is a sound that we need to train up into. And she's getting more of that cry. And again, opening the mouth up, more of that larynx tilting forward to get higher in the range. But that's something that you do really need to work on in the chest voice if you do want to go higher, so it doesn't like, it doesn't break away, or maybe you go, and you're feeling like you're strangling or that you're pushing as you're going further up, or you feel like you just can't go higher, this is really what you need. And that is why I have built an entire course to help you to sing higher in your chest range and to really get a feeling of those lower chest range notes, because without that foundation, there's no point in singing high. It's just going to sound like you're screaming. And that is why I have an entire 3-month course for you available in the description below at the Vocal Academy, so you can check it out down there. And you can submit your videos to me for feedback, and I will help you with what you can continue working on with your singing, because it makes no sense to go away and just watch a whole bunch of tutorials without getting professional feedback from someone like myself or one of the vocal coaches in, I was about to say vocal folds, vocal coaches in the Vocal Academy, because you really, really do need to get that feedback to know that you're on the right track. I know probably a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but she's sitting down. Shouldn't she be standing up? It actually really doesn't matter whether you stand or sit in terms of your singing. Your singing teacher, or maybe if I was teaching you, I might get you to stand up to actually engage with more of the energy that's available to you. Someone like Klavdia, who is obviously very highly trained, she can sing standing up or sitting down because she's really learned to control her instrument. But really, when it comes to singing, a lot of the time I see singers just all in all very, very low energy these days. So that's why I do encourage singers to stand up, so that they have got that feeling of the stability coming up from having 2 feet on the ground. Okay, so I've just stopped that like right at the most inopportune place. We also didn't see a great energy change between that louder sound and that quieter sound, which again just goes to show that she is really highly trained, because this is kind of what we don't want to see in performance, because we really want to see singers like work a little bit harder for it. That's probably just the way that she looks when she's singing the song, because she has it so well into her body. And we've got that slightly breathy, whatever it was, and we've got that slightly stiff vocal fold sound there, lower volume. But again, I would like to see this in sort of a more live setting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her at the final. I'd like to see what happens in this live performance, and maybe I can see here on the music videos like lots of fire, so maybe I'm expecting lots of fire on the stage. I'm still not sure who's going to win, although I really am very bad at deciding who's going to do that. So let me know down in the comments who your favorite performance is for this year at Eurovision. I cannot wait to see the final performances. Honestly, if you haven't already done it, check out my free singing lesson available in the description below. It is really going to help you to get a handle on that lower chest voice sound. This is actually a really terrible song for you to sing if you are looking to work on your chest voice in that key. Take it down a little bit, because it will probably be setting a little bit too high. I probably suggest 3 or 4 semitones actually, in order to get a lovely thicker vocal fold contact lower in the range before you start taking it up. Doesn't matter how high you can sing. It's all about the quality of the sound really at the start of your vocal journey. Well done, Klavdia! If you've enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button so that we can geek out to more Eurovision songs together. And I'll see you around here next time. Just remember that anybody can learn to sing, and you just have to have the tools to do it. And that is why I am here as a professional voice teacher. I have been teaching singing for over 18 years. No, not over 18 years, sorry. So for 18 years. I always like make myself way older than I am. For 18 years, I get too excited. And it's really all about getting feedback on your singing, which is why I've designed my online singing school, so that you can get as much feedback as humanly possible for the super low price that I'm offering it to for you, because I really want to help you with your singing. So check it out in the description below. Check out some more Eurovision up here and down here, and I'll see you around here next time. Happy singing, Kaki channel.